6.6 billion pounds of strawberries grown in America annually. And not a single one came from a seed. From January to December, the strawberry sits atop America's fruit throne. $4 billion in annual retail sales. America demands strawberries 365 days a year. California delivers 90% of them across 6 distinct growing regions. Every single commercial strawberry plant is a clone, genetically identical, an army of copies propagated from runners. One mother plant produces 100 runners. Those 100 produce 10,000. Monoculture is the strawberry's secret and its vulnerability. The strawberry is a biological bomb. From the moment it's picked, it has 48 hours to reach your mouth. Every single strawberry in America is picked by human hands. No machine can do what fingers can. Each acre of strawberries drinks 20,000 gallons of water daily, drawn from aquifers that took millennia to fill. Before the strawberry arrives, the soil is chemically sterilized. Methyl bromide kills everything, so the clone can live. Those dots on the outside? They're seeds that will never grow. The strawberry was cloned, not born. The strawberry demands acidic earth, pH 5.5 to 6.5, no exceptions. Acid is injected into the earth. Sulfur lowers the pH. The strawberry's roots demand acidic conditions to absorb nutrients. Chloropicrin and methyl bromide are injected. The gas sterilizes everything: fungus, nematodes, weeds. Total war on the soil. The field is sealed under plastic for 30 days. The poison works its way through every pore of the soil. After sterilization, the soil is aerated, a 12-inch deep cultivation that breaks compaction and creates root space. 6 months before planting, the soil receives its first fertilizer blast: nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, the holy trinity. Laser-guided leveling ensures zero slope. The field must be perfectly flat for drip irrigation to work. Keep it steady, down and to the right.
All right, lowering it now.
Perfect. Now, the gravel.
Copy that. Ready to pour.
After 30 days, the plastic is lifted. The poison has done its work. The soil is sterile, empty, waiting. The soil is cultivated again, 6 inches deep. The residue is mixed. The bed shaping can begin. The earth is ready. Raised beds are shaped, 4 inches high, 40 inches wide. The strawberry roots will grow in this perfect strip. Drip tape trenches are cut 2 inches deep. Every drop of water will be delivered exactly to the root zone. No waste. Black plastic mulch is laid. It warms the soil, suppresses weeds, and reflects light onto the strawberries. Furrows are cut for flood irrigation, backup water delivery if the drip tape fails. Redundancy is survival. A pre-plant fungicide is sprayed. Botrytis and anthracnose, the strawberry's greatest fungal enemies, must be defeated. In high-elevation nurseries, mother plants produce runners, a biological cloning factory, year-round, relentless. Runners are cut from the mother, each a perfect genetic copy. 100,000 cuttings per acre, destined for the main farm. Keep stacking, we've got a tight schedule. Got it. Looks like we're good to seal up. A mechanical transplanter inserts 40,000 runners per acre, 8 inches apart, perfectly aligned, perfectly spaced. The root tip touches the drip tape. Water, soil, and clone unite. The plant's 120-day journey to fruit begins. Before field planting, the clones are hardened. Survival requires adaptation. Bare root plants wait in cold storage. Cultivar name, date, origin. The strawberry's entire lineage is recorded. The plant crown sits exactly at soil level. Bury it too deep and the crown rots. Too shallow and it dries. 100 acres, 4 million plants, 5 days. The transplanting machine moves at 2 miles per hour. Relentless rhythm. The crew is checking crown depth, 50 random plants per acre. Perfection in planting is non-negotiable.
Too shallow. Let's adjust this one to regulation depth.
There are 30 major strawberry cultivars: Albion, San Andreas, Camarosa, each chosen for a specific climate. The first new leaf emerges. The runner is now a plant. The 4-month race to produce 40 berries has begun. Keep it steady. Watch the pressure on 3.
Hold it.
We're hitting the aquifer now. Keep it steady. Guide it down.
Got it. Slow and easy.
Watch the cable. Going in.
Clear, clear.
Mainline piping is laid 4 feet deep, 12-inch PVC arteries for the 20,000 gallons per acre daily water demand. Sub-main pipes create a grid, 4-inch branches every 40 feet. Each zone is controlled by a separate valve. Drip tape is connected to the grid, barbed fittings, compression rings. Every row of strawberries has its own water line, valves, regulators, and flow meters at each zone, the brain of the irrigation system. Water is metered precisely. The first zone is pressurized. 40,000 emitters drip simultaneously. The strawberry field awakens to water. Flow meters show 200 gallons per minute. Leaks are hunted, pressure is checked. Every gallon is accounted for. Moisture probes measure water in the root zone, 65% field capacity. The computer decides when to irrigate next. On-site weather stations calculate evapotranspiration, the water lost to sun and wind. Irrigation is adjusted daily. At midnight, the irrigation cycles begin. The strawberry drinks under moonlight, avoiding daytime evaporation. Every 30 days, a water audit. 50 random emitters tested. Efficiency is the strawberry's survival metric. The fertilizer ratio needs a slight adjustment in the phosphorus tank.
Got it. I'm adding the concentrate now.
Check the flow rate before we activate the main pump. pH and EC sensors monitor the nutrient solution continuously. pH 5.8, EC 1.8. The formula is precise. The injection manifold mixes nutrients at 1 to 100. Every drop of water carries the strawberry's daily meal. In early growth, the nitrogen pump runs at 100%, a 10-minute dose to push the plant into rapid development. When flower buds appear, phosphorus takes over. Lower dose, constant flow. The fruit begins to build. In the final 3 weeks, potassium floods the root zone. Bigger berries, firmer texture, higher sugar. The payoff formula. Calcium is added separately. It prevents blossom end rot, the strawberry's metabolic disease. Every nutrient matters. Iron chelate reverses chlorosis. Yellow leaves turn green in 48 hours. The strawberry needs its micronutrients. The recipe changes daily. Week 7, day 3, fruit swell. The strawberry gets a custom meal every single day. Every 2 weeks, the field is flushed. Clean water washes salts from the root zone. The strawberry's roots must breathe. The spring bloom arrives, thousands of white flowers per acre. The strawberry's sexual window is open for just 2 weeks. The semi-truck delivers 10,000 hives, each holding 30,000 bees. 300 million pollinators have arrived to work the fields. 50 hives per acre, placed to catch the morning sun. Bees work best at 70 degrees Fahrenheit with 12 hours of daylight. The bee works each flower for 15 seconds, moving pollen from anther to pistil. The 2-week fertility window is open. At dusk, 300 million bees return to their hives, pollen-laden, resting for dawn's 5 a.m. start. The inspection on day 5 confirms a strong, healthy brood pattern. The queen is active, and pollen stores indicate high efficiency. Drone mapping shows pollination efficiency. Green dots represent well-pollinated flowers, while red dots indicate those missed. All right, team, next one goes right here in this red zone.
Copy that. Moving it now.
Looks good on the tablet. Placement confirmed. After pollination, the receptacle swells. The green berry emerges. The strawberry's fruit is now 21 days from harvest. After 14 days, the bees depart. The pollination window has closed. The strawberry is now self-sufficient. The pollination bill, $1 million for 100 acres. The strawberry's hidden cost is the rented bee army. 14 days after bloom, the field is green with developing berries. The strawberry has survived its fertility window. The canopy is trimmed to 12 inches, improving airflow, renewing humidity, and preventing fungal disease. The war on rot begins. Every runner is removed by hand, 4,000 per acre. The plant's energy is redirected from cloning to berry production. Copper fungicide is sprayed, 50 gallons per acre. Powdery mildew and botrytis are held at bay for another week. Powdery mildew is spotted early, white powder on leaf undersides. Targeted treatment saves the acre. Nighttime sulfur vaporization. 200-degree sulfur mist coats every leaf. Botrytis spores are neutralized. Predatory mites are released, 10,000 per acre. The biological war uses nature against the pest. At 32 degrees Fahrenheit, frost fans spin to 600 RPM, pulling warm air down to the strawberry blossoms. The freeze is defeated. Ice forms on the plants as sprinklers run, a frozen shield that traps heat and protects the strawberry flowers from frost. 20 wind machines across 100 acres, an aerodynamic battle against cold air. The strawberry is defended on all sides. Bacillus subtilis is sprayed, a living barrier on the leaf. The strawberry is armed with a biological shield. Green berries are thinned, 8 per plant instead of 15. The remaining berries grow larger, higher value. Calcium chloride is sprayed. It penetrates the berry skin, increasing firmness for the 48-hour shipping race. The Disease Scout checks 50 plants per acre. Flags mark infections for immediate removal. Quarantine is essential. Infected plants are removed and bagged. The virus stops here. Quarantine saves the field. Shade cloth blocks 40% of the sun. Heat stress reduced, sunburn prevented. The strawberry is protected. At day 21, the green berry shows its first pink. The strawberry is 10 days from red. The harvest clock is ticking. The harvest race begins now. We have 48 hours to get this to the consumer. Focus on zones A and B first. Each picker carries a curved knife, a shoulder harness, and a 10-pound bag. The harvest battlefield is set. Only 80% of the red berries are picked. The white ones are left to ripen. 1 plant, 3 berries per day, 100 days of harvest. Each bag holds 10 pounds, 100 berries, perfectly picked, delicately placed. 0 compression, 0 bruises. Each bag is weighed at the field edge. Pickers are paid by the pound. High performance means high earnings. Estamos llenando esta caja ahora. Rápido, tenemos que llegar a los 20,000. Está lista, la siguiente. Vamos! The temperature hits 80 degrees. The berry's 48-hour clock is already ticking. No rest for the strawberry. The cooling trailer arrives, 32 degrees Fahrenheit, ready to receive. The berry's field heat must be removed within 4 hours. Keep them moving.
We're almost out of time.
Faster, faster. Load them in. The second shift doubles the workforce. 300 pickers now, racing against the setting sun. The mechanical harvester damages 30% of the berries. The prototype is abandoned. Human hands remain the only solution. Almost there. Need to beat the clock.
She's on her way.
A field grader culls 5% of the berries, removing the bruised, the overripe, the rejects. Only the perfect berry travels to the consumer. 7 p.m. The field is empty. 20,000 crates harvested today. The strawberry's 48-hour journey has begun. The cooler temperatures preserve the berry's freshness. Pick them while the dew is still on the leaves. Today's harvest, 20,000 crates, 32,000 pounds, $48,000 in grower value. The data shows the farm's daily output to the penny. Broken stems are counted, indicators of rough picking. Quality control protects the strawberry's fresh appearance.
You see this break here.
The harvest is a competition. Speed records are broken daily. A 10-pound bag filled in 4 minutes, 30 seconds. Foot traffic compacts the soil. These fields rest for 2 days. The strawberry's roots need time to breathe. We're rotating them now. The harvest map shows 100 days of picking. Today's red zone, tomorrow's yellow. The strawberry is harvested on schedule. 40,000 pounds of strawberries leave the field, the first leg of the 48-hour journey to the consumer. Backing in, hold it right there. Doors are open. Watch the air. Hydrocooling drops the berry to 32 degrees Fahrenheit in 60 seconds, using 39-degree Fahrenheit water, ozonated to kill surface pathogens. Temperature probe reads 32.2 degrees Fahrenheit, Field heat is gone. The strawberry's 48-hour shelf life begins now. Forced air cooling blasts 39 Fahrenheit air at high velocity. The berry's temperature drops even faster. 100,000 pounds of strawberries in cold storage, 32 degrees Fahrenheit, 95% humidity. The berry waits for the sorting line. Ultrasonic humidifiers maintain 95% humidity, preventing moisture loss, keeping the berry plump. Airflow fans prevent warm spots. Every crate maintains 32 degrees Fahrenheit. The cold chain is unbroken. 24 hours of cold storage. The berry stabilizes, preparing for the optical sorting line. The cold chain log shows every temperature fluctuation. The strawberry's journey is fully documented. 6 a.m., the sorting line begins. Hour 16 of the strawberry's 48-hour journey. The process accelerates. 10,000 berries per minute enter the optical sorter. 30 photos per second, 8 cameras per berry. No human could keep up. 8 cameras capture 30 images per second. Size, color, shape, and defects are analyzed in milliseconds. AI detects soft rot at 3% surface coverage. The defective berry is flagged for ejection. The 100 psi air jet fires. The defective berry is ejected into the reject chute. The culling is precise. The journey begins as the berries approach the precise size grading system. Jumbo berries are sorted first, followed by the large color cameras measure red to white ratio. 80% red goes to fresh pack, 60% goes to processing. The software analyzes each berry, highlighting the perfectly conical ones in green. Any berry with irregular contours is flagged in red. All right, these look perfect.
Got a forfeit.
Got a full pound here. Stacking them up, ready to go. Clamshells are heat-sealed, 1% oxygen, 5% CO2. The microenvironment extends the strawberry's life by 3 days. 12 clamshells per case, 3 cases per minute. 1,500 cases per shift from this sorting line. Not every berry makes it to the fresh market. Rejected berries go to frozen processing in 1,000-pound bins. The robotic palletizer stacks 4 cases at a time, building a pallet of 50. It is the only automated machine in this modern Central Coast facility. Stretch wrap secures each pallet, 6 layers, tight bundle. The strawberry is prepared for the long journey. Over times. The team conducts random quality checks, inspecting 1 case per 100 to ensure premium condition. 24 pallets, stretch wrapped and labeled, wait for the midnight truck. The strawberry is ready to leave. 30% of the harvest, rejected berries, arrive for frozen processing. The strawberry's second life begins. The FDA-mandated wash, cold water, 3 ppm chlorine. The frozen strawberry must be pathogen-free. The spin drying at 150 RPM removes surface water. The berry must be dry for freezing. Liquid nitrogen at -40 degrees Celsius flash freezes the berry in 120 seconds. The frozen strawberry is born. Frozen berries are inspected. No ice crystals, no clumps. The individual quick freeze is perfect. Bulk bags hold 20 pounds of frozen strawberries, sealed, labeled, stacked. The frozen berry is packed. 1 million pounds of frozen strawberries waiting for shipment. The frozen berry is stored at -10 degrees Fahrenheit. Midnight, the semi leaves for Chicago. 2,000 miles, 36 hours, the strawberry must arrive fresh. The semi crosses the Continental Divide, 70 ml per hour, temperature monitored by satellite. The cold chain is unbroken, pallet secured.
Bringing the next one up.
Watch the clearance.
Clear.
Continue loading. 35,000 feet, 12 hours to Tokyo. The strawberry crosses the Pacific. The world awaits.
Unload the crates from the left.
Move them to the sorting area, Destination B. Ready the smaller trucks at Bay 4. The strawberry arrives at the supermarket, 44 degrees pound-hour shelf, ready for the consumer. The 48-hour journey is almost over. 2.6 billion pounds, 48 hours, 4 million plants, and it all ends here.
These look perfect. Can I have one?
Go ahead, sweetie. The strawberry faces a future of climate change, labor shortages, and robotic picking. The war is not over.